This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for joining this session. So today we are here to discuss about the rman backup and recovery. Rman is very powerful utility or tool, you can say. By that we can perform Oracle database backup, whether it is a backup of data file, whether it is a backup of control file or SP file and archive log file. So these are the files we can back up by rman. So as we know that we have two types of architecture available from 12c onwards, because in 12c Oracle introduced multi-tenant architecture, which we called as CDB, PDB, container database and pluggable database. And before 12c it was only one architecture, that's we called now non-CDB. So this workshop is based on both the architecture. Why I am taking both the architecture? Because till 19c we have the option to configure both the architecture or both the environment we can create and we can use it. But from 20c it is not available non-CDB. But 20c 21c are the innovation release. Now production release, that is 23c, is only have a CDB PDB architecture, but still 19C is supported till 2027. So mostly every organization is using 19C. So this is the reason I have added both the architecture workshop things. So we will discuss first about the topics which I will cover in this workshop. So as you can see on my screen, the first thing is that how we can prepare the machine. So for that we required VirtualBox, we required virtual machine. So from where we download the VirtualBox, I hope everybody knows that, but still I do this. And then VirtualBox installation, then virtual machine creation, then virtual machine configuration changes, and then I will show you how to install operating system. So I'm using Oracle Enterprise Linux 7.5. So these things I have actually used in my every workshop, these topics. And then we will install the 19C software binaries, and we can also show from where you can download. You can download from direct Oracle site, or you can download from e-delivery site, and also Oracle Enterprise Linux install software from where you can download. So that I will show you also. And after that, I will discuss about how to create a database through DBCA for old architecture, that is non-CDB. So DBCA, those who are new, it is a graphical utility or tool by which we can create the database, we can drop the database, we can manage the database. And the next topic I will cover about how to create a CDB PDB. And then when environment is ready, so to before going that, I will discuss about Oracle database architecture, because without knowing database architecture you cannot understand the rman architecture. And after that I will discuss about the rman, and then how to configure the environment. We have some 10 plus things we need to do that, so that we can manage rman tool. And then FRA is the area which actually required to store the backup. You can generally store anywhere, but this is the recommended thing. So I will discuss about FRA, fast recovery area. Then we will discuss about the blockchain tracking, which introduced in 10G, which is basically capture the blocks on which data changes happen, and it will store the addresses of those blocks. So whenever you are taking a backup through rman, rman will read this file and it will directly hit those blocks and take it in its backup. So it's saving time actually. So we will discuss that also. And the next topic is recovery catalog. Excuse me. So recovery catalog basically a kind of storage whenever you are taking a backup through rman, so that information will store into the control file of database on which you are taking a backup, or on which you are performing rman command. But its limit is 7 days. Okay, so after 7 days, rman information will be overwritten. So to eliminate this kind of issues, Oracle has given a recovery catalog concept where we create a database separately and we register those production database over here. So whenever you are taking a backup of those databases, its information will store in this recovery catalog. So we'll discuss more in this topic. And then rman backup concept. So what is rman backup concept, we will discuss. So this is theory. And then how you can take a backup of rman, whether it is a full backup, whether it is a incremental backup. So all these concepts we will discuss and see practically. And then how to maintain the rman repository, so that we will discuss. So these are the commands, what are the commands we have for managing the repository, so we will see. So this is about all rman related things. Now we will start the failure part. So if suppose you are losing parameter file, how you will recover? If you are losing control file, how you will recover? If you are losing redo log file, how you will recover? If you are losing data file, table space, and database, how you will recover? And suppose you have not enough archives and redo data, so how you will perform incomplete recovery? So that we will discuss. And mostly in production environment, we required to clone a database, or you can say duplicate a database. So we have two options: duplicate database from rman backup, or duplicate a database without rman backup. So that I will show you. Okay, now we start from cdb pdb. So how to connect cdb, how to connect pdbs, that we will see. How to take a backup of cdbs, how to take a backup of pdbs, we will discuss. And how to perform recovery of cdbs, how to perform recovery of pdbs, so that we will discuss and show practically. And then validate things, how you perform in multi-tenant environment. And then flashback technology is very vast technology. So in that we have flashback query, flashback version query, flashback transaction query, flashback table, flashback draw, flashback archive, flashback database, etc. So these are the flashback things we will discuss, because flashback is basically give the solution of logical corruption. And in upgrade we mostly use flashback database. So we need to enable the flashback when we are performing upgrade, because if suppose anything happen, so we can quickly recover the database and give the client in minimum things. Okay, so that is the concept of this. And then how you do the scripting in rman, so that we will discuss. And then tuning rman and troubleshooting rman. So these topics also I will discuss. So this is overall 32 main topics, but inside that it has many subtopics. So, but I don't want to give more details inside that. So that's why I have mentioned only the main topics. So these are the topics which I will discuss. If suppose anyone has anything to ask about the topic. So I have enabled the mic. You can speak. Then we will move other things. Okay, no questions, no issues. Now come to my virtual machine. Where it is? Just a second. So let me open a terminal. So, from where you will find out actually your rman utility. So there is a excuse me, there is a command for that. So which rman? So when you do that, so rman is here. So all the binaries of any tool or utility will reside in bin location. If suppose I say which dbca, so it will reside here. So whatever utility you want to use, you can perform it. So suppose this is rman session. So if suppose you don't know about the rman command, so you can say like this rman help. So when you say rman help, so it will tell you about the argument, about the values, about the description. And this error is not actually, this comes whenever you execute this command. And after that, if you say only this rman, let me clear this. So when you say Arman, so you are here. So this is the way you can connect. But here only utilities open, but there is no database connected with that. Okay. So suppose if you execute this query, so it will give an error. Okay. No connected to target database. So that's why you can quit. And let me clear this. And then you can connect in two ways. Okay. The first one is you can connect directly on the prompt like this rman target slash. So it will connect to the target database if it is open. So it will give an error because the database not started. So I need to start the database first, then we will good to go. So how you can check how many databases you have. So there is etc aura tab file. So when you go and check, so this file shows that we have these type of databases. So let me export the ORCL database, export Oracle. I think, yeah, I think, excuse me, ORCL is not available. Okay, let me connect to test database, test one, then SQL plus slash s dba startup. Meanwhile it is starting, I will exit and I will connect by this command. So let me first start this database. Now database open. Now we connect rman target. Okay, export. Okay, let me come here. Rman target slash, yeah. So this is the way we can connect to database. Now let me show you another way. Just say rman, and after that you can say connect target. Okay, slash. So this is another way to connect that. So that is two ways to connect to the target database. Now you can execute the query which earlier was not working. So see that, select name, open mode, log mode from v dollar database. So this is actually no archive log mode. So I need to convert in archive log mode because rman take the database of the archive log mode only. But we can perform rman backup in no archive log mode also, but there is some trick in that, so we will discuss in the workshop. Okay, now we can check about the processes. So just type this command host ps -ef grep rman. So the rman process is started. So this is this. And if you want to go in more, so you can take the process id, and after that you can go inside more of this. So on the terminal, if you can see, there is 4774. Okay, so 4774, and then codes and this. So if I execute this command, so let me show you. So see that more detail about rman, what are the database, the description, local address, protocol, bequeth, beq. So this is the connection type actually. So that is rman. Now I talk about rman configuration. So there is a command show all. So when you execute this show all, so these settings or parameters configuration you have to manage. So in your environment, which parameter you want, you can change according to your environment. So these are the 15 things we can manage. So let me show you some configuration. So what is configuration retention policy? So suppose whenever you are taking a backup, so your backup redundancy is what? So that is configured by this parameter. So when you say show retention policy, it will say you it is one. So this is basically the validation of the backup. So whenever you are taking a backup, only one backup will be valid and rest other backup will be not valid. Okay, so so suppose there is a view in the rman. Select star from rman underscore configuration. So whenever you are changing any rman configuration which comes by this command show all, so this view will be updated because it is a dynamic view. So suppose I am changing my configuration policy to redundancy 2. So this is the command configure retention policy to redundancy 2. So now two copies will be valid whenever you are taking a backup. And after that, if you executing this query again, so you will see there is a data in that. Okay, because we have changed the retention policy, so that's why this view populated. Now after that, you can check what is my retention policy. So you can execute show command, show retention policy. So this way you see that there is a value of 2. Now I want to roll back again. So you just say configuration policy clear. Okay, configuration retention policy clear. So when you say clear, so you have to execute by semicolon. So your configuration values change. Okay, now if you execute again the view first, so when you say show select a star from v dollar rman configuration, so now it's not showing any row because we roll back. Okay, and also you can check by show retention policy command. So your redundancy is 1. Okay, so this is the way you can configure in number of copies. Now we have the option of days also. So how you can manage by days means 15 days, 7 days your backup should be valid, whether how many copies you have. So this is the command configuration retention policy to recovery windows of 7 and execute. So your command your value will change. Now if you show command show retention policy, so it is saying configure retention policy of 7 days. And now again check the view which is actually used to. So now again this view populated. So this is the way we can change the retention policy in terms of number of copies, in terms of number of days. So now you can roll back, and now you can check show configuration retention policy. So it's redundancy 1. And now again check the view. So it says no, no rows. Okay, so this is the one thing actually. So like this way I will discuss about the backup optimization. Okay, like I say show all. When you say show all, it will not execute, you have to execute by semicolon. So this is the one thing I have shown. So next is backup optimization. So what is the meaning of backup optimization? It means that by default, rman will not skip the backing up of unchanged data block in the data file. So you have to make it on. And the third thing, you are seeing default device type. Suppose you want to change to backup on your disk drive, so you will use SBT. So how you will change? But I have no tape drive, so I will not perform the backup. And then you are seeing show control file is sorry, auto backup. So by default auto backup is on. So it means whenever you are taking a backup of a database, it will back up the control file as well as sp file. Now the next is your control file backup location. The default location of rman backup is dbs location. Okay, so that we will see how to change the backup location. Then you are seeing parallelism. So parallelism means how many channels will be backup for your database available. So you can increase the speed of backup. So you can enable this parallelism 2, 3, 4 like that. And then you are seeing how many data file backup copies for this. So right now it is 1. So you can change it 2, 3, 4. It's up to you according to your disk space. And then how many backup copies of archive log. So by default it is 1. So same way data file you can manage up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. And then max set size. So whenever you are taking a backup, it will backed up in a set. In set there is a piece sizes. So set is a logical things, and in that we have pieces. So we can manage by this configuration things. And also we had encryption available. So by default it is off. So whenever you are taking a backup, your rman backup will not be encrypted. So maybe if suppose it is a banking data, so that data can be hacked when you are transferring in the packets. So better to use encryption. So that's why you can provide security of your database. And then which algorithm you use. So by default it is AES 128, so you can change. And also you can compress the backup, you can reduce the space of backup data. So by this configuration we can manage. And whatever rman output is available, you can make it up to 7 days. So you can enable for 20 days, 10 days, whatever. And also archive log deletion policy you can manage by this configuration. So right now it is none. And then the last is control file snapshot. So what is a snapshot? So actually whenever you are taking a backup through rman capture the states of control file. So it will create a snapshot and it will put into the default location, that is DBS. So after Oracle Home, there is a location of DBS. So let me show you. CD dollar Oracle underscore home slash DBS. So here your all data will reside. So ls. So see that previously I have taken a backup. So my backup is coming here, and also it is the location of sp file, and also it is the location of password file. I hope you know that. If you are DB. Okay, if you are new, then my suggestion is first go for database administration workshop, then come for this rman backup and recovery workshop. Okay. So yeah, so this is the way I will take this workshop. Okay. Excuse me. And this workshop most probably weekdays workshop. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Friday. Yeah, Monday to Friday I will take it. And 1 hour daily I will take it. So in 30 days I will finish inshallah this workshop. So morning time is available for these days. Okay. So that can be 8, that can be 7, or that can be 9 a.m. according to the maximum audience choice. So morning right now I am available, so I can make these 3 slot for this workshop. And this is paid workshop, so you can connect the number of my team, that is 9648108988. So they will let you know what are the things for registration is required. So yes, thank you. So if you have any question, please ask. I'm enabling the mic, but I'm stopping the recording. Don't want to go more into that record. So yeah.